Welcome friends to today's maths class. I'll be teaching standard 8 application of percentage. Now children, before going into this lesson, let me just tell you what are the objectives of this topic and what would be the learning sequence for today's class. The objectives of this lesson is we'll be able to apply and learn to solve problems which deals with profit and loss, discounts, sales tax and value added tax. So the problems that are with profit and loss, discount, sales tax, value added tax, will be applying this percentage concept into this. Now the learning sequence for today is we'll be learning the introduction of percentage, what does it mean, and we'll be also able to determine the percentage and the percentage change in a given quantity. So now coming to the introduction of this lesson, I will teach you the meaning of percentage and how to do the conversions. Percentage here, it means out of every hundreds. So out of every 100, it means percentage. For example, if you're expressing a number 25 in the form of percentage, we do mention it or we do express it like this, 25 with this symbol. As we already know that this symbol, it is used to represent the percentage. So whenever we are adding or when we are writing the symbol here, it means that it is the percentage value of this given quantity. It can also be expressed as, according to the meaning of it, 25 out of hundreds. So for example, if you are having 35, in order to express this as a percentage, how do we write? We can write 35% or we can write 35 out of every hundreds. Now coming to the conversions, how we are going to convert a percentage into different terms like fractions, ratios and decimals, and how to convert the fraction, ratios and decimals into percentage, we'll be discussing now. Now let me take the same example of the number 25. Now if I need to convert 25 into a fraction, so if it is in your percentage form, I need to convert into fraction. So 25%, which means 25 by 100. And when we are cancelling it, what do we get? 1 by 4. So the given quantity or the percentage, we are able to express it in the form of a fraction, which is 1 by 4. And now let's learn how to convert it in the form of a ratio. So 25%, which means 25 by 100. When we are cancelling it, we get 1 by 4, and this we are expressing it as 1:4, which is the ratio form. Now, if we need to convert it into decimal, so here we write 25 by 100, which means 0.25. So this is the decimal expression of this percentage. So when we want to convert a percentage into given terms like this, we divide it with 100. Now coming to the reverse side, if we need to convert a fraction into a percentage, we multiply it with 100. So 4, when we are cancelling it here, we get here how much? 25%. And then coming to this ratio form, 1:4 is the ratio. We need to convert it into the percentage form. So 1:4 can be expressed as 1 by 4, and then we multiply it with 100. What do we get? 25. So here we have 25%. And the decimal, when we need to convert it into your percentage, if suppose we are taking this as a decimal number, we multiply it with 100 and we get your decimal and we get your percentage. So here everywhere we are finding that we are multiplying it with 100 here, and here we are dividing it with 100. So students, I hope you understood about the conversion, and it's very helpful for you and needful that you can solve the other exercises. Now let me give you certain examples that will help you to understand it better. Here is an example which reads like this. 50% of what number is 14? Here it is asked, what number? So here, when we are going to translate this question, what do we write here? 50%, which means 50 by 100, of which can be translated as multiplication sign. What number? Let us take the number as x. Is equal to 14. So here when we do the cancelling and simplify it, we get x by 2 is equal to 14. So here x is equal to 14 into 2, which gives us the value 28. So here we have taken the unknown number. Let the unknown number be x. So 50% of the unknown number x is 14. On further simplification, we are able to determine the unknown number. Here, what percent, coming to the next question now, what percent of 4000 grams is 240 grams? So what percent? Let the unknown percent be x percent. So here we have taken the percent that is unknown as x percent. Just like how we have taken the unknown number as x, here we have taken the unknown percent as x percent. So according to the question, what percent? Because it is percent, we take it x by 100, of which means what? Multiplication sign of 4000 grams is equal to 240 grams. So here we can simplify it. So what do we get? 40x is equal to 240. X is equal to 240 by 40, which means we get here how much? 6. So x is equal to 6%. Children, we have to remember that when we have been asked what percent, we have to denote the symbol here. Another thing that we have to keep in mind is when we are going to simplify it or solve the question, we should see whether the units are same. Suppose you have here kilograms and here grams, or here kilogram and here gram. We have to make both these units same first, and then we'll have to solve it. So here what do we get the answer? X is 6%. Therefore, how many percent of 4000 gram is 240 gram? Therefore, 6% of 4000 grams is 240 gram. This is the answer in statement. So here, number or the question is determine the number. Here the question is determine the percent. So whatever is asked to be determined, we are taking that quantity as x. So suppose here the number is asked, we have taken the number as x. Here the percent is asked, we have taken it as x percent. And that is why we have written here x by 100. I hope you all understood, children. Now let us work and do another exercise. Here the question says, the price of a shirt was rupees 250. In January 2017, the price was increased by 10%. During June 2017, in order to solve this question, children, we have to learn certain formula. Here we have the difference in price. First the price was rupees 250, and after that, after the increase by 10%, again there was a reduction by 10%. So here we are finding the difference in the rate of the shirt by increase and by decrease. So if we need to know the actual price of the shirt, we can use the formula which says new price is equal to original price plus a% of original price. Here a% is the percentage increase. If there is an increase of percentage, we are using plus sign, and this is your original price. So what will be your new price? New price is equal to original price plus a% of the original price. Suppose we have the reduction by 10%. Here once again we have to implement this. New price is equal to original price minus a% of original price. I hope you understood. So these two things we have to follow these two formulas in order to solve the questions. You can use it in this way for solving it efficiently. So the new price is equal to original price plus a% of the original price. If there is an increase by 10%, if there is a decrease in 10%, then we are putting here minus sign. So now children, let me solve this question for you. The question says the original price of the shirt is how much? Rupees 250. The original price or the price of the shirt is how much? Is rupees 250. And in the month of January 2017, the price was increased by 10%. So that is what? Increase in the rate by how much? By 10%. Therefore, the new price would be what? New price would be like how we had followed, original price plus A% of original price. So here what is my original price? 250 plus A% is how much? A% is 10%. So here we are writing 10% of how much? Of my original price, that is my 250. Now when we do the cancelling, we get rupees 250 plus 25, which gives me rupees 275. So here the new price in January 2017, when it is increased by 10%, it comes to rupees 275. The second part of the question says, in June 2017, there was a reduction in the price by 10%. So what can we say here? We can write here reduction by 10%. So what would be my new price? New price would be original price minus of A% of original price. Here my original price would be this, because consecutively after June we are entering, after the month of June and all these months we are entering into, after January we are entering into June. So my original price would be how much? 275 minus A% of original price is how much? 10 by 100 into 275. So when we do the cancelling, what do we get? 275 minus 275 by 10, that we get 27.5. So here when we are subtracting it, how much do we get? Here 275.00, the other number is 27.50, we get here 0. Let's do the cancelling here. We get here 5, here 6, 1, here we get here 7, 4 and 2. Therefore, the new price of the shirt would be how much? 247.50 paisa. So, the question says, what is the new price of the shirt? Therefore, the new price of the shirt is rupees 200, and let me just write it down here, rupees 247.50 paisa. So here in this kind of question, where there is a reduction or increase in the price, we are using this step and this method. Children, today we have learnt how to do the conversion, what is percentage, and how to calculate the new price when there is an increase by any percent and decrease by any percent. So children, in the next class I'll be teaching like how to apply the percentage concept in your profit and loss and sales tax. Thank you children. Stay safe.